Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back. Day 45 here in 7 Days to Die. This is Alpha 17.2 Build 20. Yeah, we're in the midst of it. We just killed a bunch of dudes coming in here. We just killed a bunch of guys. We're in need of mucho ammos because we are definitely going through the ammo. That's for certain. All right, underneath that. Something. Nope, apparently not. That guy did hear me. Look at him. Ooh, I'm gonna break the sandbags. Alright. What's inside here? Yeah. Cool looking, but nothing in here. So everything in here is up in that metal tower there. These guys all dropped these loot. Oh, I didn't grab this loot one. Could have swore I did. Grab that one. I grabbed that one. I must have missed that loot bag last episode. All right, we were headed out this direction to those places. There's actually two of them over there. They should. Oh, look out! It is dangerous running that way. Danger's my middle name. All right, ammo-wise. We're good on shotgun. We're pretty good on AK. I don't usually bring more than 500 AK. Oh, we got spares. Been using a lot of pistol. You know what? I'm going to keep them with me. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Brr, brr. So if you picture this being like a real apocalypse where you're at, I'm out patrolling everywhere, finding like mad areas of supplies, right? Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. Did I tell you guys I saw this low budget, like I guess I called them low budget, you can tell. Anyway, the stadium's over there to the right, you see that? This movie, I think it's called Dead by Daylight or something. Anyway, in that movie, it's like a lone dude, there's a plague, they're zombies, but they're kind of like hybrid zombies where they can't get hit by the sunlight, something like that. And anyway, in that movie, like I said, it's pretty cheesy, but it's like really good if you're a gun person, if you like, you know, different types of guns. He actually uses a SOCOM 16, which is like the M1A, you know, Springfield's 308 rifle, suppressed. And then he runs into some other people, like a police station. They're using AKs and M4s, and all of them are suppressed because of the sound of the you know, they don't want the zombies to hear everything. We're gonna do this place. We have 288 frames. And it's just really cool. You're using like high capacity 1911s with extended mags, and some have like Berettas and stuff. It's just really neat. One guy's got I believe he had a KSG. It looked like a KSG shotgun. Really, really fun. Total cheesy, but interesting. If you're a zombie movie fan, it actually, the main dude he was one of the guys in the original Fast and Furious. I don't remember his name, but I recognize him. Like, who is this guy? And then I looked up his bio. You know, on Amazon they have that thing where you can see the cast of characters and their bio, like what else they've done. He was like one of the skinny dudes in Fast and Furious, the original one. Which I like that one because that was all done. That's where I used to work down there. Is that whole Terminal Island area where they were jacking those trucks? Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's all Long Beach and Terminal Island stuff. So, but yeah, you guys get a chance to check that out for free. I don't know if it was on Prime, but I believe it's called Dead by Daylight. It's either Dead by Daylight or something like that. Lone wanderer helps rescue people in a police station. That's kind of like the details of it. But the reason I'm saying if you want to check it out is because of the variety of guns they use. And I mean, for the most part, I think they did a good job of reloading. I know that sounds weird, but you ever watch a movie and it's like they have unlimited ammo? You know, like these guys, right? There's all these guys in here, right in this area. So in those kind of movies I'm talking about, they'll jump down, they'll start fighting these guys, and they'll never have to reload, right? They'll just keep shooting forever. But look, it happens where you got to reload and you're getting attacked. You see what I mean? That's why it's important for these movies to be more authentic with their with like the gunplay and stuff. You got to be authentic with it. You got to reload. I've seen some war movies where they do that, and just like I'm not usually a real stickler about that, but it takes away from something. Like you can't just go never-ending ammo, you know, because if you run into a room or you're fighting a horde of zombies or whatever, you're gonna die because you're gonna be in the middle of them and you're gonna need to reload. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. I like movies where whoever the guy is, like, what do they call them? He's the guy that what do they call that? Man, I'm at a total loss right now. You know what I'm talking about? It's like maybe they'll bring in a real military expert or something to train the actors of how to handle the guns, how to reload, you know, and all that stuff. So when they have a really good person in there like that, it makes for a better movie. And that's definitely again. Remember, I said it's low budget, but it was pretty good. Like all the reviews were pretty bad on it. Actually, they weren't too bad on that one, but I thought it was good, just because I like the variety of guns they use in there, and having the protagonist using a SOCOM 16 suppressed as his primary, and he drove like an old Charger Challenger, some old, and he actually started, I think, in New York and worked his way into either Dallas or Houston or Austin, one of those. It's pretty cool for being low budget. How many times are you going to say low budget, me? You said it low budget. I get it. I know. I'm just thinking, what if I tried to, like, just sprint through here? What if I tried to sprint through the whole building? I heard you, Crackly. I heard you. Snap, crackle, pop. Listening for zombags. Okay, over here, underneath right here is an ammo thing. Ammo, weapons bag. You know what I meant, man. And then there's that. You can't hide from me, but you can, apparently. Lady, where'd your face go? Dead by Daylight, I'm pretty sure. I should actually look that up for you guys. You know what? Just so I don't mess it up, I got my other computer on here. Let me, just bear with me a second, you guys. I want to make sure. Dead by Daylight. Oh, you know, I think that's wrong, because that's that game, Dead by Daylight. Hold on. Dead by Daylight movie? No. It's not called Dead by Daylight, you guys. Oh, boy. What is it called? Zombie movie. Daylight. Dead. See if I can find it. Daylight's End? No, that's not it. The Return Living Dead. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it. What did I say? It's Daylight's End. Johnny Strong is the guy's name. Lance Henriksen is in it. Yeah, Daylight's End. That the dead will rise. It's sorry, it's not Dead by Daylight. It's Daylight's End. Okay, Daylight's End is the name of the movie. Daylight's End. Man, I was leading you guys astray, wasn't I? I was like, oh shoot. Definitely want to kill those guys. Okay, he's humping the floor. He's humping the floor. Anyway, Daylight's End. If you're into zombie movies, or if you're into seeing a lot of cool variety of guns in a movie, with fairly decent, reloading skills, then check that out. Check it out. Pretty cool. Yeah, it was one of those, those kind of movies. When you look at, you guys probably do Netflix. I'm do Amazon Prime movies, and they're not all free, right? A lot of them actually aren't free, but there might be $1.99 or $2.99 to rent the movie, or you can digitally buy it and have it in your inventory, something like that. But I think it was like $2.99 to rent it. But I was just scrolling through, and it showed that, and I don't know, I think I would watch it again for the gunplay. I don't want you guys to say, well, media highly recommended this. You gotta realize what I'm saying. If you like zombie movies, they're kind of zombie hybrids. Like I said, they're like vampire zombies because it's a plague. It's a plague that takes over, right? It's a plague, and then of course if you get bit. If you get bit, you start bleeding like I am. If you get bit, then, and you're with, let's call the survivors, you're gonna have to get killed by your own people. And there is a section of marauders in there. So marauders are other humans that aren't infected killing other humans that aren't infected, which if you guys if there ever was a zombie apocalypse, man, the worst thing ever would be marauders, right? Because it's bad enough you're having to fight zombies, let alone other humans. Now the other humans, they want your guns, they want your ammo, they want your food, they want your supplies, period, right? And so that's kind of the deal with the marauders. It's a very bad room. I remember that room. Couldn't get a headshot angle from there. Give me them headshots for days. Okay, I am not aiming very good with this gun. Hipfire AK, you say? Got something coming on, 'cause mama gave it to me. Alright. Let's eat some honey. Oh, I'm getting low on the old honey front. Honey. And we have 3 points available. Alright, so we definitely want... Why was my... I just put Deadeye. Alright. Boom headshot. Oh, we're at 4 on boom headshot. Run and gun. Hip fire accuracy is improved by 20. Movement penalty when reloading is reduced. Alright, we want to buy that so we have it, even though we had read a magazine for that. Deadeye. Buy that. Leaves me with 1 point. Pretty good in here. I think one of the other good ones to have is intrinsic immunity and pain tolerance. These are really good to have, these two. I'm going to take some intrinsic immunity, I think. Alright, we need to do some repairs. Remember my pistol got stuck the other time? That's actually the second time that happened. That pistol getting stuck. Make sure we're all reloaded. Alright. You know, for me though, on the front, I know you guys like when we talk about different things and we're playing zombies in the background. It's actually my favorite thing to do as well. On the front of my question to you guys is like, do you like zombie movies? The funny thing for me is, in general, I don't. Like, in general, I'm not a huge fan of zombie movies. Shaun of the Dead is pretty funny, right? Shaun of the Dead. World War Z, I watched that with Brad Pitt. It's a little weird. You know, it's almost like everything happens too dang fast. This is a fake floor all in here. I don't know. A lot of the zombie movies are. It's not that I didn't like The Walking Dead, but I didn't get into that series, and it doesn't mean that I can't, because I'm sure I can get it on Amazon and binge watch the whole dang thing, right? Watch. See, that whole floor drops you back down, and it's dangerous. You know, things like The Walking Dead. I think in theory, that movie would that series would be something I would like more than the regular straight up zombie movies. But that particular one I liked, again, because they had good guns in it. There was another one, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Did I just dome his? Yeah, I domed him. Wow, that was close. There was another movie I'd watched recently. I've always been a big movie fan, you guys. Like, I wasn't a big TV fan until I got involved with Amazon. Amazon being able to binge watch like movies. So a typical TV show is an hour long. Say like Criminal Minds, you know, SWAT, SEAL Team, FBI. Those are the current ones I watch. So without commercials, they're like 42 or 44 minutes long. That's how long they are. And that's a standard. So when you're watching them either on Netflix or Amazon, they're commercial-less. They're your hour-long things at 42 minutes, and you just watch it all the way through. Since the dawn of that for me, I've picked some series out and I've binge watched them, like Quantico, Blind Spot, Lucifer. Guns turned me on to that one. It was not a cop. Dang it. Dude, doming the cop right there. I think the headshot on the cop, he's pretty weak. Look, he's like, no more, matey. Please don't shoot me anymore. That cop was sitting in here just chilling. Chilling like a villain. The heck? Oh, look at her. Oh, hello, business people. Another cop. Didn't quite get back through that door, did I? So, anyway, long story super long. I've never been a huge fan of zombie movies, right? But there have been some that I have liked. A lot of zombie movies are like comedy type, like Shaun of the Dead. You know, it's kind of like comedy type thing. I've liked some of the more serious ones. Pretty cool. I was trying to think when I first started. Another cop. Oh shoot, that's trouble. Here comes trouble. Trying to get them shotgun headshots. Did I dome that cop again too? Click. Yeah, I can't remember the one I was thinking of. There was some other ones. Anyway, so yeah, I like the TV series, but I literally hate the television commercials these days are so bad. They suck so bad. And especially if you watch late at night like I do, everything is about prescription drugs or law firms trying to sue people for, you know, mesothelioma and all this other stuff. You know, it's like, my God, what is the world coming to? What is the world coming to? You know, the drug, my opinion on the drug epidemic in the United States, probably in a lot of other countries, it's 100% driven by the damn, not 100%, there's two more cops. It's a high percentage driven by prescription drugs, by pharmaceuticals. pharmaceutical companies, right? So like, oh, the heroin has gotten into suburbia, you know, so out of the inner cities. Why? Well, they say why. Well, I got hooked on prescription drugs, and found out, I don't know where you go from point A to point B here, but I got hurt, got prescribed prescription drugs, and then heroin's cheaper. Like, how do you make that jump? I don't understand it myself, but it's made. That jump is made. You know, it kind of goes to the old saying, not the old saying, the old meaty saying of, dude, you guys, just because someone's a doctor, you can't trust them, man. They're in the pocket. They're out to make money. They're in the pocket of pharmaceutical companies. And if they're going to prescribe you a bunch of stuff, then it's like, oh, you believe your doctor, then you get hooked on these drugs, and then, oh, it's a bad thing, man. I've got friends, though, that it's a requirement for them to get out of bed. It's a requirement for them to sleep at night. You know, and that's what they were designed for. They weren't designed to like arbitrarily just give to everybody because they could actually make money, some kickback from the pharmaceutical company. But I'm not saying there's not a valid use, because I know 100% there is. That guy just sprained my leg. 100%. I know it firsthand that they're friends of mine, good friends of mine. It's an absolute requirement. And as unfortunate that is, it's a good thing that it is there, because, like, you know, from injuries and stuff like that. So I don't know how I got off on that, but anyway, how long is that for? 5 minutes? 4 minutes. 4-minute leg sprain. You guys like these talks when we going through a place like this where we don't have to think too much other than shoot zombies? We start talking about other things. But yeah, that's one movie, and the reason why I bring that movie up, Daylight's End, is because I just saw it recently. I've been having my own bit of issues lately where yeah, my sleep schedule, because of how my work schedule is now, I stay up really late, and it's not healthy. I don't get I maybe get 4 hours of sleep. I mean, really late. And for no good reason other than I'm lethargic, I'm restless, I'm thinking too much. You know, I got a lot on my mind. It's not like really, really bad stuff, you guys. That's not what I'm saying. But it's bad that I've fallen into this a little bit, and it's affected my video making and stuff. You know, it's like my drive to do things, and it's just something honest. You know, I'm just being honest that it's weird. It is weird, though. So staying up late, what do you do, Meaty? What do you do? What do you mean you're staying up late? Well, usually it starts by, like, let's say a stream day. I'll play for 3 hours before with guns. Then I stream. And then after the stream, I edit and render those videos. And while they're doing that, I'll usually check on Amazon, see if there's anything cool to watch. And for some reason, I'll get hooked and be watching for a while before I know it. It's like I should have went to sleep hours ago. But you ever play video games or watch television right before you're supposed to go to sleep? You can have weird dreams. You can be real restless. This is where the fire guys are over here. You can be real restless. And that's how I get. That's how I get. Plus, it's a new place that I moved into. And honestly, I am going to make a video talking about this. A little nervous because I don't usually talk about myself in ways like that. You know, we talk about it in the streams and stuff, trying to help other people out when they're going through some stuff. I never really talk about it myself because, like, I have nothing to complain about. You know what I mean? But I am human, and I do go through my own things. And I was thinking maybe it might be beneficial to share it, you know, with you guys. So maybe I've talked for 5 or 6 years to people, and they're like, okay, that's cool, you give good advice, but you know what? You don't know. You know, you don't know, Meaty. And this will put, like, maybe some, you know, something behind it, like saying, well, oh, it is. Like, even Meaty goes through this stuff. You know, it is, like he said, it is human nature for some of this stuff to happen to us, to feel a certain way or to act a certain way. So yeah. So I was thinking about doing a video about that because it ties in with why. Oh, what I was saying was, since I moved into this place, there's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about, and like I can't do it all in one video too because it'll be too long, and won't be like something that a lot of people. Well, I know a lot of you guys that are watching this would be interested in it, but it's like I moved into the new place, and it was after I had been living in a place for 2 years, and just after I'd finally sold my house in California. Even though I moved to Arizona over 2 years ago, I still had my house in California. I didn't sell it yet because I guess something in the back of my mind was like, are you sure this is the right move? Are you sure that before you go and do something extremely rash like selling your house, which is basically in that market, once you're out, you're out. I could not afford to rebuy my house. Does that make sense? If you're in a certain market like California and you're in a certain position financially, it's very strange. But if you are in a house that you own, quote, or you're making payments on, the way the market is there is I could not afford to rebuy my house. Like if I had to buy it today. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. So it was a big move to sell that. It was like a huge commitment. And with that and, moving from the little place I was living in here in Arizona, just a lot going on. And honestly, it's still playing on me, I don't feel like, I guess I don't feel like this is home yet. Home is where you hang your hat. The old saying goes, home is where you hang your hat, but I don't know. It's going to take some time. It's going to take a little time. And, then I lost my favorite cat and I just got a dog. A lot's been going on, like a lot of little things. And honestly, on the surface, they don't seem like that big of a deal. But when put all together, it is a big deal. It is a big deal. And again, being someone who always self-evaluates, like I'm always self-evaluating myself, it plays on me, it affects me. And it's affected me I was really super excited about making, vlog type videos, outdoor videos, starting in November and December of 2018. But because all this stuff I'm talking about has been going on right through that time period, it's made me not really, honestly, give a crap about doing that, In a way, and I say this to you guys when I'm trying to give advice. In a way, you can feel sorry for yourself for no reason, and that's what I did. I'm like, kind of like just feeling sorry for myself for no reason. There's nothing really wrong, but you can get in that. I say feeling sorry for yourself. Other people may say other things. Just in a funk, right? You're in a funk, in a fog, in a strange feeling, and that's just where I've been. And I'm trying to work my way out of it. And honestly, I think that I found I have an idea. 22 bullets. My idea was to start making videos talking about this. And maybe you guys can relate and we can help each other. But at the same time, I'm actually making those videos that I wanted to make, because on a daily basis, multiple times a day, I'm like bummed that I'm not doing that stuff. So that's where I'm at now. And I'm just trying to figure out how to kind of lay it out, because like I said, I don't talk about that stuff ever, and I don't know how to talk about it. I don't want to come across as poor me. I want to have a cool conversation where, like I said, maybe we can actually do some good for each other, because that's the way I feel about my new dog I got. I rescued him from the pound. He was obviously abused by his previous owner. But okay, it's gonna sound weird, but I was sitting here talking to him because he hangs out with me in my office. I was talking to him and I'm like, dude, you know what? I think you saved me as much as I saved you. I can't talk about this anymore right now. I'm going to get emotional. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to come back next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. This is a kind of a special one. We're just talking about all kinds of other stuff. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Catch me in the next one. Later.